What happened?
My stupid husband just decided to slowly walk into this room and scare the crap out of me.
I thought
you were
we were about to witness a murder.
I'm recording.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I meant when I was done. Don't ever do that again. I'm Demi, theme park YouTuber, aka Magical Hijinks.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, and we've both been diagnosed with terminal theme park obsession, and we're definitely going to spread it to you on the Park Peeps podcast.
We've got years of theme park knowledge, so join us as we serve piping hot takes, park tea, offer the best travel hacks and tips, and chat with guests in the theme park space.
So sit down, buckle in, and pull up on that yellow strap while we dispatch for the Park Peeps podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Park Peeps podcast, where today we are broadcasting live from the back room at the Disney Merch Lab, where I have covertly broken in and I am stitching by hand, mind you, an incredible line of new Figment shirts.
Joey, are you wearing the
new for 2025 thigh-high boots slay the house down footwear from the Figment Couture collection that I'm currently mass producing by myself? Yeah, I am.
Nothing will ever break you from this delusion, so I'm not even going to try. But grounding us back into reality, one of our favorite things in any park is merch. And with Epic Universe giving us so many new options lately, we figured we'd dive into the park's products we just can't quit.
One that I really can't quit. Okay, before we get into hot takes, let me just say Captain Cacao. Oh my God, I can't believe we forgot to talk about him with Quincy on our Epic episode, but like...
I love him, and his chocolate is fantastic, if anyone is curious.
Chocolate wasn't open when I went there. That was the part that was all chained off. Remember the story I told you about running to get my cacao? It was all chained off, and I realized that was the chocolate store. So,
well, if you see my Celestial Park foodie guide on YouTube, you will know that the popcorn and the chocolate-covered raisins, fantastic. Highly recommend. And I'm telling you, stop.
Chocolate-covered raisins.
I love them. And if any of you are fans of Raisinets, it's like bitter chocolate. It doesn't get stuck in your teeth. It's phenomenal. Great job, Captain Cacao.
You know what? I'm going to have some words with my man, Captain Cacao, for making chocolate-covered raisins, because that is not on the Joey-approved list.
Well, Joey's wrong, but that's fine.
I've never been wrong before, not even on this pod about things.
Never.
Ever. I've never been wrong about anything. No. I'm famously not wrong about shows. I'm famously not wrong about the Hulk. I'm not wrong about anything. But up for debate, I feel like, are hot takes sometimes, because as we all know, not all merch selections are as mirthy as the parks that contain them. So before our interview with Colin from Main Street Thieves a little bit later in the show, Demi, let's burn through some hot takes. Like a little hole burns in my pocket each time there's a new piece of Figment merch at Epcot.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to start by saying that my hot take, I still love what I'm about to talk about. And I think that what I'm about to talk about is something that so many people love. And I think, there's amazing designers that I know get pulled into working on these pieces, and it has nothing to do with the designs. It has nothing to do with any of that, but because I love them and they're gorgeous. But I want to talk about Loungefly bags. My hot take is that they are just so expensive, and they're not leather.
Well, yes.
But for $90 for a non-leather bag that has famously melted in the sun for some people, I have a hard time justifying the price of that. But what part of the reason why I'm bringing this up is the culture around the Loungefly bags.
Ooh, it's ugly.
You remember when we were talking about with AJ in our first episode of like people one-upping people in the parks of like, oh, well, I have this and I have this.
The Loungefly army.
I swear, it's like people need to have a Loungefly for every day, every single different day, every different park, every occasion. And I'm just like, listen, I got my Muppets Electric Mayhem one, and I'm gonna wear that every day because I love it. And I'm not saying, again, I love the designs of these for the most part.
Sometimes you gotta have them,
and I have my fair share, but I just think the culture around of like the amount of collecting them when they're and when they're that expensive, it's kind of like a problem for me. And I want to also just mention, like, when I buy my Loungeflies, I very rarely buy them at full price. I love going to Character Warehouse or finding them a little bit cheaper in anywhere, because I tend to always like the ones that, like, they don't even get sold. Like, my husband got me my Electric Mayhem bag. I was like, I literally told him, like, get me this for the holidays, because, like, this is what I want. It's an incredibly perfect bag. And he gets it for me, and then a week later, I go down to South Florida to the Sawgrass Mills Mall where they have their Character Warehouse, and I see it there, and I'm like, I had a feeling. So he bought me the bag. It was like $70 on Amazon. It was $30 at Character Warehouse.
Oh my God.
And it was still in our return period, so we returned one of them, the one back to Amazon, and I bought it for $30. So, I mean, that, to me, like, that's like the prices of where I would like buy for me for Loungeflies, of like, I don't like, that's why I'll have like a couple other extra ones that I'll kind of pull around. But for the most part, I just feel like they're very overpriced for especially the size. And I know the whole point is that they are mini backpacks, but like, they're not leather, they're small. Depending on the design, like, there's like might not be any pockets. For $90, I just don't think that they're worth that price. I would say, like, because they are very incredibly designed and they hire designers to do this, I would say maybe around the $60 mark is where they should be, in my opinion. Yeah. And that's my hot take.
No, I think you're right. I think, I've only, as much as, because my initial thought was like, oh no, I love Loungeflies, but now I'm thinking, I only have one, and it's like that black stitched leather one, because that's like very my style. I don't like to wear a lot of like my accessories. I don't like to do a lot of crazy character stuff. But it, like, I think I've only used it in a park maybe 5 times, and it's already like the zipper material is already like turning like a copper color, and I'm just like, this should not be doing this. And it's already kind of like fraying in certain parts, and I was like,
my friend Jessie, famously, you could probably find her video on TikTok, her Goofy Loungefly melted.
Yeah.
And apparently a lot of people had that problem as well, and it actually it took her a long time to be able for them to replace it. Like, it was kind of crazy. And and I know Loungefly, they do a lot of collabs with people. So, like, at the same time when this was happening, when she was trying to just get a new bag, she wasn't trying to like make a scene or anything. There was like a campaign going on where they were giving bags away to so many people, and while she was just trying to replace her Goofy bag, and it was just kind of like upsetting to see that at the same time too. But I love them, and the designers that design them, you are fantastic.
They're amazing.
People.
Yeah,
they are amazing. A lot of times, I can't even wear them though. I mean, I do film in the park, so I am aware I have more equipment to bring than most people. But like, I don't know. If I had had a kid or something with me, I couldn't take a mini.
They're going in the Loungefly.
Yeah,
they're going in that damn Loungefly.
They're but they are small for a reason. But but because they are that small, because they're not leather, I just don't think the price really is justified.
I do have a good Loungefly wallet, though. It's the Haunted Mansion wallet with the bride. And then, when you move it, the head disappears. I love it. So my hot take is actually very similar. I feel like it's a thing that a lot of people really like and will line up for hours sometimes to get. I don't... Popcorn buckets, I'm for. I like a popcorn bucket, even though I don't like popcorn. However, the sippers, mama, the sippers. I got a Hatbox Ghost sipper last summer at Disneyland.
And you used it like an actual sipper? I
bought it and they put Coke in it. And why are you laughing at me?
Because continue. Go ahead.
Why? So I was disturbed because I was drinking it and the Coke kept splurting out at me all day, and it was leaking out everywhere. Isn't that a popcorn bucket?
This is. I'm pulling out right now my beautiful lantern Peter Pan popcorn bucket that I got from Tokyo Disney Sea when I went to the opening day of Fantasy Springs.
I love that.
I brought 4 of these home. 1 I kept for me, 2 I gave to people, and then 1 I did a giveaway. Joey, your fatal mistake was to think that a sipper or even a popcorn bucket is meant to be functional. They are decor pieces. The one that I'm holding up right now is literally glowing like an actual lantern. It is everything.
Yes.
It is beautiful. The sippers, again, they're not meant to sip from.
Well,
I mean, they are, but they're really not.
Well, yes, but I mean, I also think... because yes, my Hatbox Ghost is now the only purpose that he serves is to sit next to my Leotas. And like, he's cool, but there was like one, they had the bride and like her heart was beating. And I was like, do I really want to spend $40 on this? Like, no, because she's going to be splurting on me throughout the whole rest of the day. And then you can barely get the liquid out of her because I tried to get that damn liquid out. Oh, I just swore twice. I tried to get that liquid out of the Hatbox. No, Demi, no. I tried to dump the liquid out of the Hatbox Ghost all day. And it was like I was finding more and more throughout the whole day. So no, sippers are no. I'm giving them the X fingers. Absolutely not. I will never buy another sipper ever again.
Yeah, I mean, the one good thing about, at least with the popcorn buckets, like if you buy them in the parks, like you can, and you are entitled with your popcorn bucket, the first fill of popcorn, you can ask them to put it in like a regular like throwaway popcorn thing so that your decor does not get dirty.
I don't think you can do that. I don't know if you can do that with a sipper.
I don't know. I don't know about the sipper. First of all, I never buy them. I think they're amazing. I'm a very anti-tchotchke person in general.
As your orange bird sipper sits behind you.
Disney gave me that during a media event for Flower and Garden, and it's
I tried to clock you. Sorry, I tried to clock you.
And I love my little orange bird man,
yes.
But I've never used him. I didn't even use him during Flower and Garden, and it was like you were supposed to put that like orange shake in it, and I didn't. I didn't want to dirty him, but So I mean, I see them. I appreciate them. They are at this point popcorn buckets and sippers. Don't expect it. I will say, speaking of sipper though, I did use the Toad sipper at Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe. My friend had it, and because they use that for the freestyle machines, so it has so you're able to use it throughout the day and throughout the entire park, and I didn't have a problem with that. So I don't know, maybe because they know that their sippers are actually being used constantly at the freestyle machines, they make them a little different. But
I didn't know.
Be careful.
Whoops, not me not knowing. I do also shout out to Universal merch, that ET hat that I was looking for like almost a year.
Yeah,
finally got it. Oh, I love it so much. My little ET hat.
It's adorable.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I wanted to, for the merch episode, hold on. I have to run and get my merch that I forgot because I want to show everybody. Hold on.
He wants to show everybody on an audio podcast something. I guess we will post it in stories. Hi, Joey. I know you're listening to this in the future right now.
We leave all of my little dainty footsteps in here. But okay, I just made an amazing purchase. My vintage 1982 opening day with tags. Look at these old tags. Figment.
We'll post him in stories.
Look at him.
As you're one of your little guys.
He's one of my little guys, and he's from park opening. It's just crazy how different like plushes feel now.
And look
versus these. Yeah, and look, $8.
Was the original price. And how much did you pay for him?
Actually, you know what? I don't know if this. I only paid $15 for him. He is a little dirty, I will say.
Okay.
He arrived. He has a whole bunch of dirt on here and here, but my guy likes to get a little dirty sometimes. Like, I mean, he's been through a lot. He's 40. How old is he? 43?
I don't even know anymore.
He's 43. He's 43. Yeah, so he's got a little dirt on him, but My
Who
favorite
doesn't have a
piece
little
of...
dirt on anyone?
That's right. That's right.
Well, stay put like your favorite loungefly at your feet on Big Thunder Mountain because we have a magic merch interview with Colin from Main Street Thieves shirt line coming right up.
Not me clocking your hot take before it was your hot take by writing loungefly on your feet.
I know, I love you.
Oops, I didn't know that.
As we know from all theme parks, please secure all loose articles. But really this time because we have a thief in our midst.
A menacing band of Main Street thieves, actually, because our next guest is the king of making Disney merch street style ready with his shirt designs, and my very dear friend who has witnessed, I would say truly, and I think he would say this too, truly unhinged moments of mine at Disneyland recently. Please welcome Colin from Main Street Thieves. Hi, Colin.
Hello.
Hi, Colin.
Oh, very unhinged moments.
I was waiting for it. He was going to be like unhinged. He was going to be like, that's too tame of a word. It's not unhinged. It's diabolical.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. So
That's right. I will say, Colin has introduced me to the art of having like a beverage at a theme park because it's not something that's typically in my vein of things that I like to do at a park. But when you go to a park with Colin, you're going to have a yellow cup in your hand at DCA.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have
one or two.
Yes.
7.
I'm so glad that you have such a joy with your little yellow cup thing has become like a signature thing for you, and it's really a lot of people know that with you. And something that I'm becoming more familiar with you about that is driving me up a wall is your little, what are they called, Labubu's?
Yes.
Oh my
the
God,
Labubus.
I see them everywhere.
I see them everywhere too, but
Obsessed.
Only because Colin is posting about them all the time. And okay, please explain this obsession with them because I see them everywhere. And it's like, is it a park thing? Is it beyond a park thing? Like what?
No, it's way beyond a park thing. I honestly, to be honest with you, don't even know the origin of them. I just think they're the most adorable things ever. And I've been wanting one for so long, and I just wasn't gonna go and pay a ridiculous amount of money for them because if you don't get them for retail, people are selling them for $100, and I'm just not doing that. Mm-hmm. So I got the Disney ones first, the little Disney Mickey and Friends, my little Goofy. He's adorable. I love him.
Well, let's not go that far.
No, he is. He's adorable, and you can't change my mind. But then I finally got Labubus for my birthday, so now I have 3 of them.
Oh,
and I'm very excited. I just think they're cute.
Yeah,
little bag charms.
I mean, it's. I would say on your list of terrorism, it's probably it's probably number 1. But number 2, I would definitely say is my favorite terrorism at your video. Your videos. What happened?
My stupid husband just decided to slowly walk into this room and scare the crap out of me.
I thought
you were so
about to witness a murder.
I'm recording. I appreciate you. I meant when I was done. Don't ever do that again. I can't hear anything, and all of a sudden there's a person in here. I thought I was about to get murdered.
I'm your husband.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's staying in. That is staying in. Not Colin.
Brought me food. He brought me food. I was like, I meant later I'll have food when we're done recording. But you don't understand. All of a sudden, I can't hear anything, and I just see a man, and I didn't see it was him, and it was so horrifying.
I thought you were so shocked at what I was about to say about Colin that you had screamed in I was like, what, should I stop? What did I say?
I was like, I don't think I've done anything that bad.
We weren't that scary, you guys.
I mean, I will say it gave me quite a thrill of enjoyment because the way that Colin films his videos is very interesting for his merch line. It is very you have a lot of really cool concepts that I think a lot of people, it's a lot of Disney adult stuff can be super cringe. I feel like we can all agree. Your stuff is not. It is very cool. You are making Disney merch and Disney adulting look cool. Although
so good.
It really is good. But the one that I like to always sort of rib you about is when you rope dropped Minnie's house and
yes,
decided he's like posing, like just trying to like look all cool, like sitting on like the sink at Mickey's house.
like the kitchen counter.
And I'm like,
Look,
did you make all the children wait outside the room and be like, I have to film my videos?
no, I just had a vision and I got there at like 7:30 a.m., ran straight to Minnie's house, got my video, got my photos, and quickly ran out of there.
Yeah, as one
Very,
does.
very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ran out. Nobody was watching.
No,
What if if a family had like come up and was like just watching you do that? Would you have stopped and run away?
100%. 100%. Like, no doubt.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I really would. The next time I'm gonna plot it, and Demi and I are gonna come, and we're gonna not tell you that we're there, and we're just gonna creep up on you, and we're just gonna surprise you and see if you really do get mortified. Yeah, surprise.
It's truly like my biggest fear is that like someone's just recording me as I'm doing all these things, because I'm still not like super comfortable with it. Like I still like think I just look ridiculous, but I think everyone feels that way when they're doing content.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I look around, make sure no one's watching, and I'm sure people are watching, but whatever. Well, what are you going to do?
I mean, you know what? All content filming, like there is an element of like looking ridiculous, I guess, to other people doing it. But one thing you can be assured that you're not looking ridiculous in is your Main Street Thieves designs, which are so amazing. I think I have like 4 that I think I bought, and then there's a few others that I have as well. Like the designs are just so amazing. Like I think I have more of your shirts than I have any other, even maybe more the shirts that I bought from Disney itself. But I do want to know though, from your perspective, obviously you started this for a reason, but like, why is most part clothing merch like ugly?
Horrible.
Ugly.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the whole reason I started it, was because like I would go to the parks. There was nothing I wanted to buy. Thank God, because like it's so expensive anyway. So I was like, you know what? Like I'm just gonna start my own thing and like make whatever I want to make.
Mm-hmm. Do you are you actively using things that are ugly as a basis for what not to do? Like, do you look at a shirt design and be like, should I not like that? I'm not going to do that with my Madame Leota rocker.
Oh yeah, like when I'm like designing new things, like I definitely look at like what everyone else is doing. One, because I don't want to do something similar to someone else, because then like that gets blown out of proportion. Like even if you don't even like mean to do something, and then I just want to make sure that like I'm doing something a little different from everyone else too. That's always been my biggest thing. Like I don't want to do those rides and those characters and those things that everyone else is doing. I want to do something a little different, something you can really only find like at my shop, which I think I've succeeded so far in doing that. I've kind of stayed away from those very, very like over popular things that everyone kind of designs for. And then I think it also helps that like I designed more for like Disneyland and not so much Disney World, which I was more Disneyland focused when I first started, but that's because like that's really all I knew. I grew up going to Disney World and had never been to Disneyland until like 4 or 5 years ago when I moved out here. So I was way more just, I just had like a lot more knowledge about those Disney World things and those things that felt nostalgic to me growing up. That's why I had like a Food Rock shirt and, a Pizza Rizzo shirt originally when I first started. So, that's what I was, just had more info about, connected to a little bit more. But now that I've been to Disneyland so often, like I'm moving more towards, those kind of things like the Yellow Cup shirt. So it's been really interesting, just the whole journey.
Yeah. So actually like realizing that was something that you wanted to do, what was the transition into like, okay, I'm seeing these patterns of things that like, okay, maybe there's merch that I can improve upon. Like, how did you then translate that into, okay, I'm starting a t-shirt business?
Yeah. So basically how Main Street started, it was about like two summers ago, I think, 2023. I lost my job at the time, so I was unemployed and I was like, what am I going to do?
Not
then
surprising.
So and I was like, all right, like here we go. So then we were going on a Disney World trip for my sister's 21st birthday. because that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to go to Epcot for her 21st, drink around the world. And she wanted us all to have matching shirts. So, like, of course, I'm going on Etsy. Etsy, a mess. That's what I'll say instead.
Much better. Yes. Yes.
But so I was looking through that and I was like, I obviously don't want any of these. So I was like, you know what, like I'm just gonna make my own thing. And that's where my Guardians of the World Showcase shirt came out. So it was originally, the shop wasn't even a thing. You know, I made them for my family. There was like 15 of us going. We all wore them around. Everyone was asking us, you know, where we got them from. And I was like, oh, like I make them. And then everyone was like, oh, you have a shop? Do you have a website? And I was like, no, like they're just like for us, like whatever. But then after that, I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like I can kind of make this a thing. Like people obviously really resonated with it. Like I think I have good ideas. So like, why not just like do it? I had nothing else going on at the time. Because I was just looking for jobs and wasn't finding anything. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. So I started with like 6 designs and launched them, and then had about like 25 followers for, you know, like 3 months. Because it's so hard, especially because I wasn't even going to the parks at the time.
Yeah.
This was before I even had a Magic Key. Like I wasn't like a full-fledged like Disneylander at all. I was just kind of like trying to just launch this and, you know, make a little money off of it, just see where it went. And then, you know, like slowly like just started getting just more and more followers throughout, just like making the content. And that's what I was making like multiple reels like every single day, posting every single day. Because I think when you're starting something like that, you really have to like stay on top of it and post every single day, no matter how annoying it is. You just really have to like keep it going. So I just kept on doing that, and it's just been going very well ever since then. And just has really transitioned into like this whole, like it's almost like my full-time job now. Like I have a full-time job like on the side, but this has almost like transitioned to like my full-time because it just takes up so much of my energy.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Should also mention, sorry, I know, Demi, not to step on your question again, but like,
you're fine.
How did I not mention this right at the very top? Colin also designed our podcast logo.
I was trying to like find a way to put that in there, Joseph.
Yes, I'm sorry.
But it's okay.
So Colin is a very important part of the Park Peeps pod family as well, because our cover is just like, I think immediately I was just like, yes, this is perfect. Thank you, Colin. So thank you for doing that.
We literally were like crying.
It's like, it's so good. It's so good.
It's so cute.
Colin's like, yeah, I did such a good job. I love it. It's so cute. Thank you so much.
Like down to the color, like coordination, branding. Like I am obsessed with it. Thank you for creating this for us.
Of course.
An aesthetic and a vision, and it always comes through. Always.
Oh,
yeah. I'm wearing one right now. I'm wearing my Clarabelle shirt, my Clarabelle cutoff that isn't really a cutoff because I have a short torso, but it's kind of
regular tee.
Yeah, it's just a regular tee.
Well, Colin, I want to get your take on some more merch. Obviously, this is a whole merch episode, but what is some of your favorite recent park merch or apparel that you've bought or would point people to? Like, are there some great merch or apparel finds related to the parks?
I knew this question was coming, and I like kind of prepared myself a little bit because I was like, wait, I need to think of something that I bought. Apparel wise, honestly, like nothing. I really don't buy much like apparel. I'm trying to think of like the last like shirt that I bought.
Did you not end up buying that Cheshire Cat shirt that I harassed you about?
Oh no, I did not. No.
If you all could have just seen the eye roll that Colin just gave, that was a saga in its own. I was like, this man needs to buy this shirt. And
I was hoping I would like find it on sale or something. It was like so expensive. And I was like, what am I going to do? Like wear it once? Like, come on.
That would have been that picture would have broken the internet. It would have broken the MST feed. You could have worn that while you were making your video sitting behind the car and getting filmed by the backwards facing camera.
Never know. Maybe it'll fall into my lap one day. And
maybe so.
You never know.
Maybe so.
But yeah, like I really don't think I've bought like I know it's so bad, but I just like I literally just like don't like the park apparel. I bought the tote bags. The tote bags I love, like the big face tote bags. Yeah. That's been like my like most recent purchase was the Pluto one. I'm obsessed with those. Like it's what I use every single day at the park. So I'm more of like a bags guy. A hat.
You have the
I bought a
Mickey
hat.
one too.
Yeah. I have like Mickey, Donald, Pluto, all of them basically.
Well, I'm glad you're using that pass holder or magic key discount.
Oh yes, my whole 20%.
Yeah, I mean, like I sometimes like go into those stores. I'm like, I have this 20%. Like, is there something I can get?
Something.
Like, I know I have some extra room this time, and nothing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Even when they do have something that I remember our friend Nene dragged the hell out of me one time whenever I think I told you this when I was I had visited the Madame Leota store for the first time, and I was so excited.
The Disneyland one?
The Disneyland one, yes. And this was when I was there in January, and I was so excited, and I was
the Home
texting.
Depot store.
Right. And I was texting Nene, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited! They have this shirt. It's for pass holder or magic key holders only." I was like, "I'm finally a magic key holder. Like, I can get this shirt." And he was like, I was like, "Do you think they'll still have it when I'm there? I'm worried they won't still have it." And he was like, "Yeah, they'll still have it because it's hideous." And he was like, "And nobody will wear it." And I was like, "Oh."
Is it that like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know about in Disneyland, but in Disney World, if it's a pass holder shirt, they don't check if you're a pass holder. You could just buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so
No,
that thing was still.
Here.
They do check there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I think they're just too busy in Disney World.
Yeah.
Maybe but I mean that was true because when I got there, there was plenty of them there, and then I did in fact see in person that it was not to my taste. But I do have a lovely Main Street Thieves shirt that I think someone might have had. Who came up with that brilliant Madame Leota suggestion? Who was that? I don't know. Actually,
I don't know.
Cullen has no idea.
I don't know him.
Oh no, yeah, no, likely story.
A nice little suggestion from Jeffy.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, we love suggestions. I take suggestions all the time.
That's right.
People always DM me and they're like, "Can I like ask for a shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can ask." That's what I say to them. I was like, "You can ask. Like, I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to do it, but you can definitely ask."
You did. I believe you also said the same thing to me.
Yeah, probably.
But it ended
like,
up
yeah, like I'll take suggestions, like of course, but because it's also like if it's not something I'm going to wear, I design for myself and like always have, and it's like people always ask me like, "Will you do a princess shirt?" And like I'm not going to wear it, so it's like I'll probably never do like a princess shirt. I'll probably never do certain rides if I like don't really like them. I want to wear the things that I actually make.
And
I love that.
Yeah. Because you have to, I feel like that's, you're designing for other people, but you're also like, I feel like there's a different perspective that comes to it when you also have yourself in mind. Because you're like, totally. When I wear this, no, if I'm not wearing this,
right.
I want to connect with people that are into the same things that I am.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think there's an interesting element to merch, like specifically apparel, where you have to create things and like sort of creatively get around copyright. Like, I mean, it's a thing. So how do you do that in a way that sort of maintains integrity and appeal of the product without like getting sued?
Yeah.
It's like my most like, I need to know this answer.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people do this who design.
No, I mean, it's like a very good question. And I don't even know the answer to it. I think it's one of those things where the small shop business is just so big. And listen, I guarantee you that Disney knows about every single one of us. Like, I can guarantee it. And the fact that like they're not shutting people down or like not really coming after people, one, it's like they get good ideas out of it. I mean, those look at the big face tote bags. Like those started they're Disney originally, but then like a small shop Ka-Chow Vintage, they kind of like brought them back and like they became super popular like at the parks, and I have like 3 of hers. Everyone was wearing them, and I guarantee you they were like, "Oh, look at these bags! Like we used to make those. Let's bring them back." It just happened with the Bagoo dupe. Did you guys see that? There's like a Mickey Bagoo dupe. So the Bagoo bags are like huge, at least at Disneyland. Like everyone has one. Everyone uses them, and they just launched. It's just Bagoo is just a brand of bag, and they have like a crossbody one. They have like different styles.
They look like bags from the 2005 Joe.
Yeah, they're like those like little like nylon like bags. They're super simple, but everyone has them.
I want one.
And Disney just came out with like their own. It has like Mickey Mouse on it. So they're very aware of like trends, and they're very aware of like what's going on, especially in the small shop world. which is so funny because then you look at some of the merch that comes out and you're like, where is the disconnect? Like, I know you're aware of some of these trends, but then some of these things that come out, you're just like, whose idea was this? And it's just like, I always have to remember that like us as small shops, we can design for very like niche audiences.
Yeah.
And Disney cannot do that. They have to design for the general public.
Yeah.
And especially, Disneyland versus Disney World, those are also like very different aesthetics. Like when you go to Disney World, it's a lot of families, it's a lot of tourists, it's a lot of people that are like maybe there once a year, once every 5 years type of thing. Whereas Disneyland, it's so many locals. So like everyone's dressed up, everyone comes in like their best. Like Disney World, like everyone's kind of in like gym clothes and like workout stuff, which makes sense because it's like 1,000 degrees there and everyone's sweating and you don't want to be like in these outfits.
And there's a lot more walking and
totally. Yeah. So it's like, Disney has to kind of design for the general population and can't really design for those like more like fashionable like that more fashionable style.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because I feel like they've tried too in the past to do a little bit more niche things. Like I definitely have a couple of like Disney shirts that are like I would consider more niche than what I would normally see.
Yeah.
And I don't see anything like that anymore. And I think also, like for me, I love to go to the Character Warehouse, and I'm lucky enough to get to go to the one in South Florida because I visit my grandma, and that one's even better than the ones in Orlando. And that's where I found some of those like niche ones, like Hunchback and Hercules, and like all like the '90s kids stuff, right? That's our alley, right? So, but clearly, it's like they don't sell and they can't invest in all of those niche things, and because they're not going to like put all that money up, and then no one's going to buy them. So, I guess I'm hoping that's why they leave the small shops alone for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's just like also, I mean, it's. These smaller shops are selling things that generate interest in the parks themselves too, because it's like people want to buy these to wear in the parks. And take a picture of it in the parks and tag the park. So I mean, it's in their best interest, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's like look at all these like outfit videos that everyone does, all these OOTDs. It's like you're not really going to be doing that if you're just wearing like just normal stuff, or even some of the park merch,
If you're in a parking garage, like just taking a video sitting on a curb with your car camera in reverse. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Colin, you did do that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I think it's also like on top of it, like a lot of us wear our park merch obviously outside of the parks, especially like because your specific shop is streetwear, like yours translates so well to being like not so loud and theme parky and and really like subtle blends in with society, type of a thing. And that it's like almost like subliminal messaging. It's still advertising for still advertising for Disney in a way, right? Like especially like when when you're doing like a shirt based off of a ride, like like someone sees that, like that's then you're starting to talk about a Disney ride. So I mean, I think it's kind of they're realizing that it's a win for them no matter what.
And that's the thing too. I think it's also like we're not doing anything like lewd with the characters. We're not doing anything that's like hurting the brand, in my opinion. Like we're not. It's not like Mickey Mouse with his head cut off type of thing. It's like you're not doing things that are like having a negative connotation towards the brand. Some small shows might be, I don't know, but. I'm sure there's those type of shirts somewhere out there.
Yeah.
But it's also like you look at Etsy, things like that, and people are just like straight ripping like screenshots of movies and putting them on. So it's just it's like I like to think mine's at least a little different than just like pulling straight, images from a movie. It's still IP, it's still protected to a certain extent, but thankfully nothing has happened yet. So
fingers crossed. Well, I would love your opinion on collabs like Disney and Gucci, or Disney and Coach, or Vera Bradley, or Dooney and Burke, like these luxury brands that collab with Disney. Do you think that it elevates it, or are they just like overpriced gimmicks?
I don't know if it would I don't think it necessarily like elevates it. especially because like I mean, at least for those like luxury ones, most of those are like just completely out of people's budgets. It's like no one that goes to the parks that often I feel is like actually buying that. So then you're kind of wondering like who is this even for? Like who is this? I'm not really sure. Like I'm not going to
Yeah.
spend $500 on a Gucci, shirt that just because it has Mickey on it. I'm sure there's obviously those people that can afford that and do like Disney and will buy it, but it just seems like such like a limited, like talking about niche, like that's such a niche audience, and I never really understand like the appeal of it necessarily. But then you look at like some of the other collabs that they do with like Kith, or like there was just a Civil Regime one that dropped today that I actually got a shirt from because
Oh
the
my
shirts are
God, it
like
was
70
so
bucks,
good.
it's
Yeah.
like that's like doable and it's something I'll wear. It's $70, whatever. Um, so it's like some of these collabs. There was just another one. I forget who it was, but they
You're gonna
have
talk
it.
about Lulu.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. But there's another one. It's the brand starts with a C. I don't even remember the name of it. But it like just launched like not too long ago.
Hmm.
But like one of the pieces was like a hoodie, and when you put it up, it has like Maleficent ears.
Oh, I love
Um,
that.
but
Ooh.
it was $450. Oh,
No.
yes, for this
The,
plain black hoodie with like Maleficent ears,
are you
and like
serious?
Oh
$450.
I
no.
And
just
they're
don't.
selling it in the D-Lander store in downtown Disney.
What?
You
Yeah,
know people are
Who?
buying it.
I just don't
someone,
understand.
yeah.
I don't
I can think of
understand.
one person who's probably buying it.
Well, I don't understand that. I mean, obviously, but like, congratulations if that's up for you. But it's like, why is it that much money?
Well, right, right,
Is it just the
exactly.
brand name?
I
Is that
guess it's
what it
just the brand
is?
name,
Oh
and I
yeah.
mean, honestly, it's something I had never even heard of this brand before. I'm sure many people have, but I was not familiar with it.
Said it begins with a
Um,
C.
yeah, it starts with a C. I
Hold
wonder
on,
if I
I'm gonna look
can.
it up. What is he said? It's a Maleficent hoodie.
Yeah,
D-Lander. Let's see. Coperni?
yeah, that
I
one.
have never heard of this is $490.
Yeah, wild.
That is it's a piece it's as Michelle Visage has
Yeah,
famously said, it's a piece of fabric.
it's yeah. And there's even like a cute little like denim like Cinderella inspired dress, which is actually really cute, but it was like $800 or something like that. And it's
This
just like,
is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm looking at like I've never heard of this brand either. They're Coperni Paris, so French. There you go. And like this is like a fashion brand, like
yeah, oh
clearly,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like a fashion brand that made like a $5 sweatshirt and is
And put
charging
some horns on it.
and
yeah.
put some horns on it for another 5 cents.
No, I'll tell you what I would buy for $500. A hoodie inspired by the ghost of Michael Clark Duncan in the Armageddon show, Demi.
I I would spend so much money on that.
Yeah. To commemorate it,
To
Colin,
commemorate.
One of Demi's weird theme park things on our recent episode was the ghost of Michael Clark Duncan narrating a show in Disneyland Paris after he had sadly passed away. So
Famously had been dead for at least
a
8
long time.
years at that
Oh
point.
wow.
It was insane. Anyway,
Well, I do want to talk a little bit more about how you communicate your message to people with your brand. My favorite posts of yours on social, outside of obviously the ones I've already mentioned, you posting the Main Street Thieves thirst traps by yourself in Minnie's house after waiting outside to get there by yourself after road drop. I love when you I can tell when you post like messages to customers being like, I'm on vacation, or I'm but just you
Oh
give
yes,
little notes and
yes.
stuff. So as a merch boss man, what kinds of things are bits of advice or suggestions that you would give to customers to not drive a merch seller insane?
I mean, no, like it's actually like I've had very, very few like negative conversations with followers or customers. It's like it's just people just want the shirts as soon as they order them. It's like I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Like I'm not Amazon, I'm not Amazon Prime. Like I do things as quickly as possible. I think I'm pretty good about getting things out within a couple days. And I do my best. Like if someone reaches out to me and is like, "Oh, like I want this by this date," I'm like, "Okay, like I will try to make that work." Or if I can't make it work, I tell them right then and there, and I'm just like, "It's not going to happen." Like, I think the biggest thing is just like transparency. Like, and that's why I am so transparent with like my audience because I'll get questions from people and I respond and they act surprised. They're like, "Oh my God," they're like, "We didn't think you were gonna respond," but I'm like, but you're asking me a question, so like of course I'm gonna respond. Like, it's like I almost talk to like just about like everyone that like sends me a question, especially if it is about like the merch or like they have a question about the shop. Like, yeah, like of course I'll respond to that. It might be like a day or two later, but like I do get to it eventually. So it's always very interesting when like people are like, oh, like I'm so surprised you answered, and it's just like I don't know if that's because they're used to talking to like bigger brands that maybe aren't as like on their socials, or maybe it's other small shops that just aren't as transparent with like their audience. But
I think that's a mix of that, but also I've noticed this very strange phenomenon with people where they believe, and this is not like, wait to process feelings on this after I finish the sentence, but like I feel like everybody thinks that just because somebody is online means they're like, and doing well online means they're like some untouchable celebrity, and like this weird like parasocial relationships that are being created online because of that. It's like, I mean, even like sometimes people will like message me stuff like that and be like, oh my God, I can't believe you actually responded to me. And I'm like, what are you talking? Like, I'm a person. I just have a job. I have a public facing job. Like, what are you talking? Like, I'm just a person.
This is my Roman Empire of like, we're all just humans with
just people
phone posting things. You could do the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. I've had multiple people that like will come up and like we'll have a conversation, and then we're ending the conversation and like they'll say, oh my God, like you were so nice, like thank you. And I'm just like, yeah, like you're welcome. Like what? I'm not gonna be rude. Like of course I'm gonna be nice to you. Like we're having a conversation. Like I'm not doing anything important when I'm at the parks. Like let's be honest. Like I'm just taking photos.
Unfortunately, there are people that are rude.
Well,
to
no,
their
totally,
followers.
totally.
Like I've definitely seen that. But
which makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense. Like I do my best. I get a lot of comments between all my platforms, and I do my best to respond to as many as much as possible, especially comments. DMs, I get like a lot of like questions, and I try to do my best. But anytime I'm in a park, and it's for me, it's really funny because I'm from New York, so my initial thought of when somebody like comes up to me is to like have my guard up and be like,
oh, same.
What do you want?
I'm the same way. I
was taking a picture of a photo the other day, and someone came up behind me and was like, how is it? And I literally I jumped my New York brain of just like ready to fight, and I was like, I'm so sorry, that I didn't mean that. I just said my New York brain, and then I'm like, I apologize, and I'm nice to them. I will never understand how people aren't nice to people who support them.
That's a whole TikTok thing right now.
Yeah, and it's also like if I am in a rush to go somewhere, like I will say that. I'll be like, oh my God, like so nice to meet you. Like I'm so sorry. Like I have to like rush this way. Like but like that almost never happens because like what am I really doing there? Like truly,
he says that to me every time I see him at Disneyland. He's like, I'm so sorry.
God, oh my God, Joey, you're here today.
I'm on the way to go not be with you. But I just almost stepped on Demi's question again. Sorry.
Well, I need to know though, like, because you have like some really incredible and unique designs, what is the wildest design idea that you had but ultimately didn't make it? Like, this is absolutely unhinged and I love it, but we can't do it.
Oh.
Describe in detail.
Yes. Clock it. Oh, he's thinking. Look at him thinking.
I know,
Look at him thinking.
I don't know, because I feel like most of the things I've just like done, honestly. I don't know. I guess when I was like creating my Yellow Cup shirt originally, I had some like, I guess like more like racier lines I would put on there, but I didn't want to like get too into it.
Can you tease one of them?
I don't even remember, honestly. It was like so long ago when I was doing it.
It was like, hey, B word. Sip on this yellow cup.
I really don't know. I wish I had a better answer. I really don't think I had like anything like that unhinged that like because honestly, like I would just do it. I think like
not yellow cup will fill you up.
That's for the Monsters Land at Epic.
One I do want to do. I wouldn't say it's unhinged, but like I do want to do it in some form. So the Clarabelle shirt that Joey's wearing, that was like my Pride shirt for last year. And then I really want to do like a Leather Daddy Stitch shirt. Because how like for Pride Night, he comes out in like his like leather look. So like that's probably like my most unhinged, where like It's going to be like Leather Daddy Stitch.
Wait, I didn't go to Pride this past year, but I went the first year. He was not Leather Daddy. Are you kidding me?
No, yeah. So he comes out as like Leather Daddy. He comes out as like Elvis. He has like multiple looks.
Do you think Disney knows that this is Leather Daddy Stitch?
No, well, but like, then why is he at Pride Night?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that is so uncharacteristic. Feel like of Disney.
He's obviously not Leather Daddy Stitch. Like, he's Stitch on a motorcycle because he's like wearing a leather jacket.
If you Google,
but no, I Google Leather Daddy Stitch. No, Disney he looks like Pride Night.
Like, do you know like Tom of Finland? Like those like
it
illustrations.
Comes up. Yep, the very first thing. That's they know what they're doing with this.
Yeah, like it's Leather Daddy Stitch, 100%.
Oh my god, that hat! Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, please do that.
But you know what? I feel like I can get away with it because did you just see that like the Ashley Eckstein like Vader shirt? This is Daddy on it.
No.
And they're selling it in the parks.
In the parks?
Yes.
Stop it.
It's Darth Vader. And it says Daddy underneath.
Hold on.
And I'm like, that's unhinged.
I see it. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's literally Disney Store. Oh my god, that's so funny. It says as soon as I clicked on it, it says in real big red letters, sold out.
Oh, of course.
Do you know?
Of course.
I searched Leather Daddy Stitch, and the first image that comes up is Leather Daddy Stitch with Michael from Michael Does Diz, who was our second guest.
Yes, I saw
first search result. This is amazing.
I wasn't gonna say it. Hi, Michael.
Hi,
Michael. Colin, we have to find a way for you to get the Vader shirt for Pride Night this year. So we're amazing. We need to find that somewhere.
Oh, they still have it in the parks.
Oh, even though it's sold out online?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we found... Let's circle back to question number 2 on this podcast of what apparel you have recently purchased and Vader Daddy shirt. Yes, for you. Lovely.
That's insane.
But yeah, we'll see if I can get that Leather Daddy Stitch out for this year. I'm running a little behind.
I'm the first person to buy it.
I know I need to do it. I hope no one takes it.
But Colin, I'm going to the parks next week, and I really need my shirt by like next Wednesday. So, can you please just like ship it?
In the words of Tom from Parks and Rec, "This is America. I want it
now." No, very that. That's how everyone is.
Well, I need to know though. With all the merch, we have a lot of things that are like very classic, especially in Disney. Lots of like what we'd call classic merch or merch trends. What's a merch trend you're so overseeing at the parks?
Oh. Spirit jerseys.
Sorry.
Same.
I am too. I'm sorry.
And I'm wearing one.
Look,
I knew you were going to say it.
My biggest thing with them is that they're just way too expensive.
Ridiculous.
There's no reason they need to be $80.
They do not.
It's insane. It is a long sleeve t-shirt. It does not need to be $80. It should be $50, $55 max. Sorry.
She agrees. I was promised a cameo and we got one.
She also hates Spirit jerseys. Yeah, they're bad. They gotta go.
I only buy my Spirit jerseys again at Character Warehouse where they're usually like $30 to $40. Like this one I got from actually no, this one I got at a Disney store before it closed, like really cheap too.
Yeah.
I've only bought one Spirit jersey in the park, like full price, and it was because it was my birthday gift from my husband. He was like, "Oh, here's your coupon for my 30th birthday." We went, and he was like, "You can get whatever you want," and like a big splurge. And I was like, "Okay, what's my big splurge?" And I got a Spirit jersey an Epcot Spirit jersey at like normal price, like $80, which I would never normally spend. And I like posted this in my stories, and people were like DMing me like, "That's a splurge? How is that a splurge?" I'm like, how is that not a splurge?
$100.
$80 on a shirt is
plus you put the California tax on top of that, which is insane, and it's like literally almost $100. It's like crazy.
Yeah, I'm so used to Pennsylvania doesn't have tax on clothes or shoes, so I am like every time I get taxed on clothes and shoes, I'm like, what?
Speaking of Spirit jerseys, even though I hate them, that was probably the last thing I bought. I bought the the Hollywood Tower Terror one in Disney World in Hollywood Studios because I was like, that one's cool. So have I ever worn it? No.
The design, I don't know. Like I feel like the designs are always off on the Spirit jersey, and also it doesn't. They never fit me right. They always look weird as hell on me.
They all run differently too.
Yeah,
I bought. I got one of the 70th ones from like D23 last year, and it's the normal size I always wear, but I'm like swallowed in it. Like I'm literally like swimming in it. So like I can't wear it because it's way too big.
I size like 2 sizes down in Spirit jerseys.
Yeah.
And I never really get to wear them in the parks. Like, well, I don't get to go to California that often, but for Orlando, like there's like only like a couple of months out of the entire year that you can even get to wear them. And I mainly wear them at home because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
But again, and especially that I'm not going to spend $80 if I'm just going to wear it at home.
The only one that I think I own is I have one from Hong Kong Disneyland, and I got it just because it says Hong Kong Disneyland real big on the back, and I was like, that was the only piece of clothing that actually like said Hong Kong Disneyland really big on it, and I literally do think the only time I wore it was the next day at Hong Kong Disneyland, so I never wore it again.
Well, also my problem with Spirit jerseys is, and I try to find the ones like I'm wearing right now, for those that can't see, it's like the Pixar clouds, and it's all over the entire shirt. My problem with the majority of the Spirit jerseys is that you have, it's totally plain in the front, like there's one little logo thing on the top, and then the back has the words. And I don't want it on the. I want to like see it in pictures or whatever. So when you take a picture, you just look like you're wearing a giant T-shirt, and it doesn't look nice. So I like the Epcot one that I bought had like the pattern at least like on the bottom half, but. This is the issue with the majority. Like I wanted to get when I did the Disney Wish, it was my first Disney cruise, and I was like, my husband's like, oh, well, get yourself a Spirit jersey because you were comfortable in those, and it'll be a nice keepsake. And like, it's a nice color, but like it literally just has like the Disney Cruise Line logo like right there, and then the back says Wish. So when I wear it, I just look kind of like a big like grape, honestly, like a purple raisin. Yeah. Well,
do you remember the gingerbread one from last year at Disney? I think it was Disneyland. Was it
that
Disneyland?
one flew off the shelves.
Well, but I'm talking about what the design was on the butt.
Demi, the Spirit jersey?
Yeah, do you not remember this?
They start to blend in, especially the holiday ones really blended for me. So I'm going to look it up.
Like a gingerbread, like walking into like the butt area, like fully like, do you see it?
Oh my God. The one that says Happy Holidays and then it's,
Did it say Happy Holidays?
No, I think I'm looking at a different
I think it was it had like the 3 buttons on the front, right?
3 buttons.
Like,
yes.
It literally looked like a gingerbread man.
And the back, the gingerbread Mickey is like on the butt, like coming out of the butt.
I mean, a little bit. That's on the back, but it does. It's like, I'm here, out of the butt.
Very that. Well, I think this has been a lovely conversation. I think we should send Colin off with our typical round, our lightning round, which we do with all of our guests. It's very fun, and we want you to answer as quickly as possible. Whatever comes to your mind. There is no right or wrong answer. This is about you. So
you ready?
Just give us what you got.
I think so.
You're gonna be fine. Here we go. Ready? Okay. What is the perfect park day?
Park day?
Yeah.
Honestly, the weather has to be like in the 70s. And I just need to be walking around with friends and eating and drinking. I don't even need to go on any rides. 1 or 2, but just with friends, eating and drinking.
Oh, perfect. If you could bring one defunct attraction back, what would it be?
Oh, Food Rocks or Body Wars.
Interesting. Body Wars.
Yeah. That was like my go-to as a kid. Body Wars. I loved that ride. But you know what's funny? I hate Star Tours. Like Star Tours makes me sick, but I love Body Wars.
Interesting.
What is your favorite bathroom at Disney?
Oh, the ones in the Disneyland Hotel.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just because of the wallpaper, mainly.
Okay. What is your favorite park hack?
Ooh. Honestly, I'd probably say, so I walk, at least in Disneyland, I always walk from the parking garage. Because then there's like the security that's right on the downtown Disney side. But that one gets so crazy sometimes. So if you go around to like the Disneyland Hotel, there's 2 more entrances that like no one really goes to. And those are usually like so much quicker.
That is a perfect tip.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you heard hack because the very first time we did this, AJ from Disney Food Blog heard park cat and started telling us what her favorite park cats were. All right. What is your favorite non-Disney, non-Universal park?
Oh my God, that's so hard. Oh my God, I feel like I haven't been to that many that aren't Disney or Universal. I used to go to Six Flags Great Adventure growing up as a kid.
That's Debbie's park.
Oh yeah, that was like my like go-to growing up. So I love that one.
Are we gonna bring it up? No, we're gonna bring it up again.
Poor King Dakar.
Every episode we're gonna bring this
up.
It's
so wild.
Actually, we didn't. I think we just had a milestone. We did not bring it up with Quincy.
Yeah,
so wild.
I almost did, and then I did.
Here we go again.
I guess I will say like Busch Gardens. I do love Busch Gardens.
Which one?
Oh wait, which one?
Williamsburg.
Yeah,
that's such a good park.
One of my favorite parks.
Such a good park. I mean, it's gone
such
downhill.
A beautiful park. It has
recently.
I haven't been in so long, but I also used to go there like as a kid, and I used to love going there.
Me too.
I thought we were getting into territory where you were going to be like the Los Angeles County Fair, because I don't go to too many parks, which I would have loved. What is your favorite? Oh, I already know what you're going to say. What is your favorite place to drink in the parks? Award wieners.
Yes, I mean I will say that, but if I want a real drink, I'll go to Lamplight Lounge.
Wait, what was it? The first one?
Award wieners.
Award wieners. Okay.
Just because they have like my two favorite drinks there, but I did just learn today that they don't have the Baja Breeze there anymore, and it's now at Hollywood Lounge. So now I have to go to Hollywood Lounge, which I never go to Hollywood Lounge, but now I'm gonna have to go.
Oh no! Why would? Oh my God! What a trial! What a trial, Colin.
But Lamplight's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
What is your most embarrassing park moment ever? You're like, every time I go with you.
I was just gonna say, every time you go, Joey.
Every time I walk through the door. Oh my God, I can't even think of one. I'm sure there is, but
taking videos in Minnie's house alone.
No, that wasn't embarrassing because I was by myself.
You got to give us something. Have you ever like fallen? Have you ever like gotten stuck on a ride? Have you ever like thrown up from a yellow cup?
Oh, no, but my friend did one time. It wasn't me though. Does that count?
Yeah.
If it was my friend.
Bill. Were you with your friend?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was my friends from New York actually. They came to visit. If they listen to this, I'm so sorry. But they had never been. This was like their first time. So obviously we, we did all the drinks in the morning. Then we went to Lamplight, got brunch at Lamplight. And it was like unseasonably hot that day. So like we were not like prepared whatsoever because we thought it was going to be a little cold. So we're walking through Cars Land and all of a sudden I'm literally taking a video. I'm taking a video of like the two new like Seaborn drinks that I was like reviewing. And all of a sudden I just see my friend like run behind and she just like runs behind the trash can. And I'm like literally like in the video, just like looking, and she's like projectile vomiting. Just because she wasn't even like drunk or anything like that. Like because we honestly like didn't even drink that much before. Like we just went to brunch and had like mimosas there.
Just a lack of hydration.
But it was just like the heat. Yeah, the heat got to her.
That is
so I had a little secondhand embarrassment. But luckily, like, no one was around, so...
Yeah, I love that your first thought is not, I have to help my friend, but it's, God, I'm so embarrassed. Typical Colin.
I was just like, is she okay?
Yeah.
Finished my video and then checked in.
Finished your video, naturally, the most important things first. When was the last time you cried in a park, and why?
I actually don't think I've ever cried in the park. I really don't think I have.
Are you sure you didn't cry when your friend... embarrassed you?
I definitely did not cry then. I laughed, honestly.
You've never cried at Fantasmic. You've never cried at like the first time you saw it. You never cried at.
Oh no, I don't really cry. Okay, something you have to learn about me, Joey. I don't really cry at much. Like I don't think I've ever cried at like a movie or like a book or like anything like that. I don't know. It's not that I'm like heartless. I just like haven't done it. I don't know.
I just haven't chosen to cry yet, you guys.
What is the closest? Have you ever felt that magic? Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess like during like fireworks, honestly, like that always gets me a little bit, especially during like Happily Ever After. Like that song gets me like every time. But I've never like full on like bawled like at like a theme park.
Okay. All right. Interesting. And the final question, open to your interpretation, however you choose.
Okay.
Who are your park peeps?
Well, that's a hard question. I mean, honestly, I've made such amazing friends through this whole thing. Some of my friends that I even went to Coachella with were all Disney friends, so like I never would have met them if I wasn't going through this. But really, some of like my like best friends that I met are actually like other small shop owners. my friend Taylor over at Rope Drop, Macy at Circus Society, Taylor over at Fantasy Feelings. Like those have become like such good people to me. And it's just so nice to see other supportive people in the space because unfortunately not everyone is as supportive sometimes. There's a lot of competition and I don't view them as competition and not in like a bad way. It's just like they're my friends and I want them to succeed and I want them all to do well. So it's just like it never feels like a competitive thing with them. So it's just like it's been so nice to just find like support in that.
I love that. I always say there's so much competition within every little part of the theme park community, and I always say like there's so many people that there's enough for us all to just exist, and
totally.
there's a creator, there's a shop for everyone, there's
room for everyone. Like
there's room
everyone
for
is doing different things, you know, and that's another thing with like what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to do things that like other people aren't trying to do. Like I'm not hopping on those trends that like some other people are doing, which is fine. Like what works for you works for you. It's just not like what I want to do myself. Like I want to, you know, maybe create my own trends or create my own things, you know. That's why even with like the cutoffs last summer, like they just like popped off that I was like not expecting at all, you know. So it's just like just doing things that like I want to do and wear, and I think I have good taste and I think other people will like what I like.
You do have good taste,
yes,
and
it's
very clear that a lot of people like what you like because what you like is what you create, as you explained before, and you're killing it. Your shop is so unique, and it is so lovely to like hear that you recognize that being supportive to your fellow creators and designers is the way to do it, and we love to hear that, and that's why you're our park peep as well, and we love that about you, and we love your shop, and we're so excited to be able to expose more people to your incredible shop, and I can't wait to see Leather Daddy Stitch.
Yes.
I know, me too.
I'm so excited.
Oh, can't wait. All right, Colin, thank you so much for doing this. See, it wasn't that bad.
No,
you were fine. You were great.
No.
You were great.
You were wonderful.
I only lost my train of thought a couple times, but you know.
I mean, we'll make sure to amplify that in the edit and make you look really, really bad. So thank you again, everybody. Please check out Main Street Thieves. What exactly is the social handles? Just Main Street Thieves?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Then there we go. Check it all
out.
Nice
and easy.
Yep. Nice and easy, like Stitch Leather Daddy. All right. Thank you so much, Colin.
Thank you so much, Colin.
Bye.
Bye.
Now that Colin has officially stolen our Lolpod hearts as our favorite Main Street thief, make sure to check out his designs once again and keep up with us at Park Peeps Pod on all socials, and make sure you're also following me at Joey Nolfi on all socials too.
And make sure to keep up with me, Demi, Magical Hijinks, that's HIJINX, on YouTube and all social platforms, where you can check out all of my epic content, including all the foodie guides to every single land and so much more, plus, of course, all of my lots of Disney content. There's so much, and on, obviously, other things besides those two parks as well. So just stay tuned and follow us everywhere, follow me everywhere, and join us back here next week for another episode.
Yes, lovely.
Of the Park Peeps podcast.
Of the Park Peeps pod. We got there. Yay!
See you then.
Bye.
Do you want to redo that?